Trouble with you is you're just not big enough. And feeding you makes no difference. I'm sorry to say this, but I think you may have to go.
It's tricky, this. Getting the flag damper in above the plectra. Of course, the big problem is the register of jacks.
And you wonder why people avoid you at dinner parties?
Some people are interested in harpsichords.
Yes, harpsichordists.
Young Fernando always liked to show his girlfriends around my workshop.
It's because you kept a mattress in there.
Oh, and there was me thinking he was just interested in his stepfather's chisels. When I was a teenager, me and Nookie were complete strangers.
Much easier to be a pubescent plant. Just lie back in the pot and wait for spores to float by.
As I recall, my spores were run off their feet during our courtship.
Courtship? That's a quaint way to describe being thrown onto a blanket in the back of your van on the A12.
16-year-old school leaver could do better. A 12-year-old who never went to school could do better.
And since when were you an expert on working for a living?
I had a design consultancy.
You had a design consultancy. All you ever did was change your eyelashes twice a day, point at a colour chart and pout on demand.
You scumbag. I was in that office almost every week sometimes.
And you still lost 60,000 of mine.
Excuse me.
Mark, could you summarise exactly what you've achieved since we've been here? Huh? I'll tell you. 2 hours of power dressing in front of the mirror every morning. I wonder how many headhunters that's impressed. You've not even been lunch.
I've been hustling, networking.
Oh, yes? So how come we're stuck up the backside of Beyond in this god-awful dump?
All right. I've got a plan that I'm working on.
Excuse me.
The only plan you've got is to sit around like Mr. Pickwick, hoping something will turn up.
Micawber, actually.
Sorry?
Mr. Micawber, not Mr. Pickwick, and there is a bag of shopping on my sketch pad.
Do I have to do everything in this house?
Excuse me, I have a kneecapping to perform.
Do the arms for me.
I'm sorry about Soph. She's upset. We had to ride on a bus. She's not used to buses.
What did she do? Asked to sit in first class?
You know, I think she finds it very stressful, this low-budget shopping.
It doesn't look very low budget to me. I thought I asked you to pick up a few essentials from the corner shop. Baby asparagus tips flown in daily from Thailand. Would you call that an essential?
It's, I'd say it's borderline.
terrine of smoked salmon with cream, brandy and a sprig of fresh dill. £6.95?
Serves two.
Ah, serving suggestion. Remove from package, lay on plate, go bankrupt. I would like my change. Where is my change?
Oh.
I gave you a £50 note.
Oh, right. Sorry.
You go shopping with my money. You spend it all. You buy nothing that we need. You subject us to vicious mouth-to-mouth combat in our own front room. And you have squashed Rosemary's petunias. Have you anything you'd like to say?
Yes. I think that's probably the taxi driver who brought us back. You couldn't pay him, could you?
What are you doing in here? You know this is only for patients.
So? Can't catch anything off loonies, can you? Okay, I know. They're not loonies. Just people with problems. Well, I've got problems too, so I'm having a lie down.
We need to have a talk, Sophie.
Is it on the house, or is your meter running?
You may find it old-fashioned, but we have a tradition in this household that we don't scream and shout at each other in front of other people, and we don't act out our personal inadequacies in the form of a grotesque public spectacle. Now, that isn't difficult, is it?
It's not very sympathetic. I thought you were supposed to try and understand people.
What would you like me to try and understand about you?
Should have thought it was obvious. I'm not used to poverty. Not so long ago, Mark and I would whip over to Venice for afternoon tea, or blow £2,000 on a turn of the wheel at Deauville, or hit St. Petersburg for the weekend and pick up a few antiques.
You'd lose £2,000 in one go?
Sure. I'm the kind of person who needs excitement in her life. I'm not like you, content to sit in Nowheresville watching potted plants grow.
Why do you think being rich will solve everything?
What kind of question's that? Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody needs things. I expect you'd like some nice clothes. I hate being bored. I'm a people person. Rich people. They stimulate me. That's why my man has to be a real go-getter, a high flyer.
Like Icarus.
Yeah, you can say. I just need someone who won't take no for an answer. On a good day, Mark can be a real sod. But a few more weeks here, he'll lose his killer instinct. Become all weak and defeated and dreary. Like Clem. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but Clem is awfully dull, isn't he?
He is not dull. He is not dull. He is a decent, caring person.
So's the Archbishop of Canterbury. I wouldn't want to shack up with him. No, Clem-wise, it's time somebody told you a few home truths. You should have given him a kick up the backside years ago. It's quite sad, actually, watching you two potter along. Your life just drifting away. Aren't you meant to ask me things, Rosemary?
Oh, yes.
Because me, I live for the now moment, doing exactly what I want to do. And if Mark doesn't get me back on the gravy train pretty pronto, he's going to find himself shunted into the sidings. Because that's how it is with men. Release your grip on their ghoulies and they go all limp and get it. Which might be all right for you, Rosemary, but not for me. Thanks for the chat.
I'm not a hole in the wall. I don't get refilled at night with truckloads of fivers. I work for a living. 12 quid for a taxi.
You didn't tip him?
And 50 quid for the supermarket.
I think you ought to have tipped him.
To you, £62 may mean just a plate of tapas. But to me, it is 2 days of solid work.
So, charge your punters more.
That's always your answer, isn't it? Screw somebody.
Screw or be screwed, what would you rather be, the hammer or the nail? It's rip-off time out there, Clem. You don't get respect for being a soft touch.
You get respect for being fair.
Give me a break.
And fairness means that if you're staying in somebody else's house, you pay your share of the bills.
What with? We are down to our last 200 smackaroos.
200 smackaroos?
Gosh, I'm feeling good. Just been for a session on Rosemary's couch, and do you know, it really works. I take back everything I ever said about shrinks. It's absolutely brilliant. You should give it a whirl, Mark. There's nothing to it. Just lie there and gab on about nothing in particular for a quarter of an hour, and then you get up feeling 10 years younger. I think I may let Rosemary do it more often.
Are you telling me that you're sitting there with 200 smackaroos and you're still refusing...
Okay. If you're so obsessed about money, let's settle this the way we used to.
What, you mean fighting in the garden?
No. Backgammon.
Ah. Do you play much nowadays?
No, hardly at all.
Oh.
I seem to have won another £16, which means that you are now... Look, I tell you what, I'm going to knock off half the taxi. So that's £6 from... Oh, what the hell, I'll pay for the taxi. You are my brother, and I'm a fair man. So that's 12 from... Ah, you're only 74 quid down.
Rosemary.
She hates gambling, yes. Very wise. 74 quid. It's not too bad, is it? It's amazing how the old game comes back to you. Do you want to call it a day?
No?
Quite sure about this, are we?
Very sure.
Oh, dear. You appear to owe me £162. Another game?
One word of this to Rosemary.
Would I?
Yes.
Round it up to 170 and I'm stum. Yeah, I'd prefer cash, if you don't mind.
Any particular orifice?
Hi. How's tricks?
Mark, I've got a fridge full of rich people's junk food, bought with poor people's money. It's just not on. Next time you go shopping, you buy only what we ask for, all right? Otherwise...
Rosemary. I never meant for you and Clem to pick up the tab. Naturally, I accept that as guests, we should pay our way. Would, 10 quid be all right? Oh, to hell. Let's make it 15.
Are you sure?
Very.
I don't want to leave you with absolutely nothing. I know how desperate things are for you.
True. But when someone's good to me, I always make sure that I'm good to them. It's a point of honor.
Nothing.
Are you all right?
Yeah, fine. Fine. Yeah, if it's possible to be fine after being in the presence of my brother.
Strangely enough, I think I'm beginning to warm to him.
What?
Now, I feel he's finally making an effort. He insisted on making a contribution towards the shopping.
Oh?
He somehow managed to scrape together £15. Well, I know it's not very much.
£15? 15 miserable pounds? What a loathsome creep.
Well, it's a bit ungrateful, isn't it?
No. Well, yes. Well, just a bit. It's just that he's been in here half the day and... Oh, I'm fed up with those two. Pouncing around our home, spraying Chanel No. 5 over the lettuce. Complaining that there's no view of the Adriatic from their bedroom window.
It would be quite nice to see the Adriatic from the bedroom window.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You can take the person out of the penthouse, but
you can't take the
penthouse
out of the person.
Out of the person.
You thought of sending that to Reader's Digest.
You know what I mean. They just can't understand that some people are perfectly happy with the simple pleasures of life. All that jet-setting, it withers your fibre.
Oh, you'd know, would you?
All I'm saying is that happiness is...
A warm glue pot.
What's brought this on? Mixing with the lodgers?
Well, at least they get to see a bit of the world. I mean, I haven't been past Dover in 5 years.
Well, I'm not sure the rest of the world's all it's cracked up to be. Besides, it's full of tourists like Mark and Sophie these days. No, you can't beat the comfort of your own home.
Do you remember Giacometti?
Sorry?
Giacometti.
Oh, right, the sculptor.
Yeah, the sculptor. Paris, 1920s. One day, he was riding his bicycle down Rue Saint-Jacques, feeling extremely bored, and he failed to notice that one of the street cobbles was missing. All of a sudden, he was flung headfirst over the handlebars. And do you know what his first thought was as he flew through the air?
Bloody cobbles?
He thought, oh, good, at last something interesting is happening to me.
Ah, and you feel like Giacometti.
Yes.
What happened to him?
He broke his leg. But that's not the point. The point is predictability. I want to get out of this rut that we're in, do something different.
Well, like breaking your leg?
No. Like this summer, why don't we go pony trekking in Andalusia?
Because we can't afford it.
Why are we always just above the poverty line? Always making do? We never seem to have any spare money for... What are you staring at?
Nothing?
I'd like to know when you last sent someone a bill. Let's have a look at your invoices.
No, don't do that.
Oh, my God, look at this mess. There's no cash in here. I thought you got some cash in the other day.
Well, yes, I did, but no, not exactly.
Let's
because
see how much you're owed, shall we? Right.
I'll do it.
Clem, what is this?
Sell, sell, sell. Get me Paris. Go to Deutschmarks. Go to Deutschmarks. Come on, guys. I'm working on a 3-franc margin here. Who'll give me 2.5? Tokyo, are you there? Oh, Tokyo, I love you, baby. Look, make it 2.6 and I'm yours for life. Eh? Well, screw you, slit eyes. Look who's dumping dollars out there. Sell dollars, sell dollars. Come on, who wants 5 million at 82.5? 82.4, you got yourself a deal, yeah. Frankfurt, I owe you one. My bonus just went up by 10 grand. Yeah. I was just keeping my hand in Soph's.
I'm sorry if I might have snapped at you earlier, Mark. Only it's, that time of the month. When your salary normally comes in.
I understand, Soph's. It's quite natural.
It's rather nice, this wine.
Yes, always worth going that extra £5.
Have you booked a table?
Yeah, mind you, we've only got 147 quid to unload. We might have to skip the Dom Perignon.
So long as we've kept enough for a taxi home. I couldn't face 2 bus journeys in one day. It's not just having to share with other people. any of whom might be diseased. Everybody's so grey. They're not a fun group.
Well, you know, Sophs, I think we've definitely bottomed out. I think we'll look back on today and we'll say to each other, hey, that was the day that we kick-started the rest of our lives.
Yes. Do you think Rosemary plays any games? I used to be quite good at poker. We could all have a games night, clean them out on a regular basis.
She's got the wrong personality for games, that woman. It's too repressed.
Yes. A few deep problems bubbling away there. A lot of guilt about money.
Exactly.
Still, they claim they're happy.
Don't know any better. You got any gel? Oh, dear. I think those two might need counselling.
Oh, that's not a very nice place for her to suggest putting a backgammon board.
You're such an avoider!
I'm not.
It's pathetic, gambling away great chunks of money like that.
You wanted me to be wild and adventurous and exciting.
I am not excited by being £162 worse off.
147, actually. Mark gave you 15, remember?
All right, 147 is still the price of an airfare to Andalusia.
I'm sorry. Have we interrupted a grotesque public spectacle? Is there some form of personal inadequacy being acted out here?
What do you want?
Mark and I just nipping out for a proper meal.
We thought you might like to have this. You wouldn't have £18.50, would you? It's for the taxi.
Oh, and a tip.
Yeah.
Next on Anglia, the return of that popular drama series, Firm Friends.